Good evening, everybody. How we doing tonight? Yeah, it's just me tonight. I am just gonna shoot a little video here. I don't want to do no video editing, so we're just gonna wait a couple minutes here. Let me mute myself. Shoot a little bit. Hey, Vince, how you doing? Yeah, we're gonna go over this hot end that I got stuck in my head here on how to do it. And for the enders and the even the Tevo. Tevo's got the same hot end too, CR10s and everything. Chuck and them guys, they really worked on the right idea, but they really think they're going at it from the wrong end. Stick that plug in the other end, you know. But I'm going to keep this as short as possible, but I got to take the hot end apart quick, show everything in there and the model and stuff. Shouldn't be too bad. So I think Friday night hangouts tonight, right? I think so. And so, we'll keep it as short as possible. Just wait a few minutes, see if get a couple people in. And we'll go from there. But hopefully somebody watches this, but you never know. I'm not sure. I think it is, but I'm not 100% sure either. So, but anyways, I guess I just want to get going here, so we will get started with the hot end. This is my hot end off of the, hang on, let me get rid of myself. I do not need to be in here. Where the hell is my face cam? There it is. All right. Transfer. It disappeared. There we go. All right. This is a hot end off of one of my enders. Shankies, I forgot to grab that wrench. This one. But what they're doing is they're changing this to a plastic part and taking the Bowden tube, putting a washer in there, cutting a piece of Bowden tube off and sticking it down in there from the top end here. And then sticking the Bowden tube in with a plastic printed adapter, which might be better actually than this. Be nice if you get it in steel or something, or printed in PETG, not PLA, because it's still not going to work. You're going at it totally from the wrong end. I really think you need to go at it from this end down here, from the nozzle end. It just makes more sense than, hang on, I've actually got a couple of pictures here. Where is it? This one. Oh, it's the last two. Shut you off. Okay. Let's look at them there. Now, remember the pictures. The chrome one is the one that comes on it. On the Creality one. I don't know where I'll see my mouse. I don't think you will. Anywhere. And the brass one is the one that I use. Creality one is the gray one on the right-hand side, and the blue one is the one that I use. I guess there's a black one out there that's a lot better. It's black and chrome. What's his name is telling me about it. Hey, Minnesota Maker, how's it going? That one's supposed to be better because even the one that I use, they wear out and they still cut into the end of your Bowden tube and stuff. So, they ain't the greatest either. But you got to stop that from going all the way through. So I just changed the connectors out with these. You can get them off Amazon. They're cheap, but you just can't send it all the way through like that. So, but anyway, so you got to, that's tight. That's all right. That's all right. You guys thought this in a quick. Gotta make sure I stay underneath this darn camera. I mean, you really shouldn't have to do this all the way. Take the top part off and the bottom part off, and then cut. As long as it's clean inside there. If it's clean inside there, you'll be fine. Otherwise, you'll have to take it apart. Oops. I don't want that to come off. I want that because you want that to stay pretty much in position. It's loose, I think it is. Come on. I don't know if I'll be able to get that out. I don't know if I have the right Allen wrench there. Let me grab these ones here. I thought that one was going to work, but I guess not. But, I think I changed this darn thing. Oh, they strip out so easy. I got it or not. And I can't get that out. Alright, well, we'll just leave it in there then. That doesn't matter for me because I already got it all changed in there. I just wanted to kind of show you, but I guess I can show you with my other model that I have. But this here, I wanted to show you the darn end of the breakout tube. I guess I've got another one somewhere here. See what I'm actually using? Capricorn tube. I'm cutting it. Where'd it go? There it is. I made this I got from Chuck's video also. He had a guy that had made one of these already. I just made it the right length for what I'm doing with the Capricorn tube. I've ran this for a couple weeks with a regular tube. Where am I? You know, and this is what happens to it. It turns black and everything after a while. Being in there and you get it too hot or whatever, you know. And when you have the other tube in here, when you're using this and it goes all the way down in and you're doing them retractions, this is moving in and out like this, which is creating a gap inside the hot end, because this is going to move a millimeter or two in and out. And if it goes all the way down to a nozzle, then you ain't doing it right, because you're going to get a bunch of garbage in there. And you can tell when you change filaments, like this one here, when I change from white to black, you can see all that black that goes all over inside your print. Because I had black in before I did this. And the black just kept on coming out because there was a gap in between there. And so, I guess I'm not good at explaining stuff that good either, but we'll keep on rolling here. I thought of putting the captain tube in here, or the who's you call it tube. Whose tube is that? Hey, what's going on, Mr. Buttram? Yeah, it does. It's just a little bit stripped out, Mr. Buttram. I can't see the chat. I should have the chat over here a little bit so I can see it. Hang on. I just can't get mine unscrewed, so I guess it's just kind of screwy, eh? Just give me a second. Let me top this down. Slide this over. There we go. But I have right here. Is that one? Oh, almost. No, it's not. I don't think I'll be able to get that out. But what my idea is on it, and I can get that out. This here is totally off of the wrong hot end, but I can give you the right idea if I can get my hands in the freaking camera. Is that when you put this tube in, you don't want it to go all the way in. You want it to stay out, I'd say about that far, millimeter, half a millimeter-ish, so you can get a little bit of squish from the nozzle. When you tighten up that nozzle onto there, you get a little bit of squish going on there. So, you get a nice tight seal. And so I decided I was going to use Capricorn tube. And my friend from PH3D, or TH3D, PH, Cliff, he knows who he is. He sent me just a piece because you don't need much then. You can use this other tube. Now I can run my hot end hotter, But anyways, I'll show you on my other thing. Yeah, I know. I got all kinds of little examples here. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, we can start there, I guess. Get rid of you and you. Transfer. Then you get leaking from the top of where the Bowden tube and the hey Grover, PT3D, correct. From the top of the heat block, or it can come out from down around the nozzle, it just leaks out over the edges and stuff. And then next, that's just a closer picture of the goopers. Okay, we can go back to here. No, we don't want to go there. Hang on, I'll get this figured out here eventually, what I'm doing. Not that. We take this one off. That one's on. Take that off. Yeah, there we go. All right. Now we'll switch over to this camera. So I printed out Nerys' hot end here. At least half of it. And I did a little bit of my own little shutter door there. But when your nozzle's not supposed to come out, it's still a little tight. But move this out of the way a little bit. And well, you want that Bowden tube to come all the way down to the end. If you get, a gap like that, and there, you're just going to end up, what's going to happen, and that's what happens with the Bowden tube, is that it goes in and out with the retraction like that. When it retracts, where am I? Can you see that? It'll sit there and go in and out like that, and what eventually happens, that's what's so tight as the nozzle. Everything else moves pretty good. And what happens is you end up with that. End up with a big chunk of filament stuck in right there, and then you're screwed, because then that's going to clog your nozzle. It's going to let other colored filament come out your hot end, and then you got to take your whole hot end apart and everything and start over. And so, if you get it up here, you want to fix it at the nozzle. You want this is tight too, but you want this separated from this. That's the main objective here, is to keep, because if this wobbles in and out, it'll just cut it. It ain't gonna do you that much harm until it pops out, and then you got filament spaghetti everywhere up on top. But you just mainly want to concern yourself with this down here. You want to take your tube, like I said, just have it just barely out, so when you screw this in, it mushes it, and then you'll have a complete seal right there. And with the measurement, it's with this thing here, it is 36.5 millimeters is what you want. And I'll put a link for this up on Thingiverse. I don't have it up there yet. I'll do it after the video here. But it's 36.5 millimeters, this piece of Bowden tube is, from the bottom of this part to barely sticking out of your end here. And that's the problem with chucks is, everybody's going to be printing different. So, your printer ain't printing right. You ain't going to print this right. And that's why you want 36.5 millimeters. You want to make sure of that. You want to make sure it's nice and straight when you cut it. And with chucks, you got too many variables to have misprints. You got that little washer that he puts in right here. Their flow rate's off and it's too thick and it doesn't fit. Or, it's too thin and it doesn't fit. And so, you got too many variables at doing it at the top end like that. So before I even put that video out, I'd been thinking about this, and I think Mr. Butcher was talking about it too. Was it this one or the other one that I was talking about? I don't remember on my live streams. But like I say, I just want to do this short and sweet. Let everybody know, heads up on it. What I think of it. You just got to keep this gap out of there. Your nozzle has to be tight to the bottom of your heat block. And you can't. This is tight too. There we go. You can't have that gap there. That's just the main thing, and I think you'll get it too often if you try to attack it from the top. Attacking it from the bottom, because especially if you get this screw out, once you put that tube up in there, you'll be able to see that it's just barely sticking out. It's like a 0.5 millimeter too long is what it is. So what you use? I use this piece here. I don't put a washer in there because this piece that I buy, this one right here, this does not let Bowden tube go through there. It stops it. It's too narrow inside there for the Bowden tube to go through it. That's it right there. It won't go in no further. It just goes in to, where am I? Right, it just goes into about there, and that's it. It stops because on here. It's ready to loosen this up. That it just won't fit through there. If you stick it through there, it stops. You can't use the Creality one because, then you do need a washer if you use this one because it has such a big hole in it that it will let it through. So you need, you need to get the blue ones off Amazon. There's the small thread ones and the thick thread ones. I've ordered these like 3 or 4 times, and I've ordered them from different sellers, and I've never got ones with the wide openings on them. So I can look for the ones that I bought, or the black ones like Wingman was talking about. Them are supposed to be even better. But I know that these ones work because I've bought them before, and they just, I don't know if you can see up in there. Where am I? Come on, camera. You can see the Bowden tube stopped right there. And the other one stops on this side. And so, once this starts loosening up, even right now it moves. And it's brand new. It's never been used, and it's moving right now. And even if you put them locks on here, it still moves. You can feel it moving, There's nothing you can do about that. Their pressure fitting that they use, that he prints out, would probably be all right if you could do it in something besides, PLA. If you did it in a nylon or something, it'd probably be all right. But I don't know. I just don't trust it in PLA. If it gets hot up there or something, I don't know. But I'll put a link for these, and the black ones in the link down below for Amazon, and then I'll get this piece here out on Thingiverse, and I'll put the link for that out on Thingiverse. The link that's down there from CHEP, that one, I don't know what the measurement is on that one. I know it's different. I did change it because of the way with this piece here, you know, the length's different inside here than what his. Yeah, that might work too. The HTPLA. Yeah, that might work. You know, but still, if your printer's not printing right, you know, because all of this, it's going to be hard to print them parts because them parts are screwed together and everything. And I just think it'll be hard. I get too hot. Well, sure. Yeah, I know you're in all kinds of trouble if you're too hot up there. But if you're printing in a box or something, yeah, you'd also melt the washer in there too. You are correct. You know, but if, you know, you shouldn't get that hot up here ever. You know, but if you're printing in an enclosure or something, you know, there's a good chance you're going to get hot up here. You know, you shouldn't get hot enough to melt PLA, but I guess I did in my enclosure because on my trunk seat, I had that printing ABS and it melted all the bearing housings on the axis. I mean, they both went to crud. I got them somewhere, you know. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. You know, what I was thinking and what I come up with, and how I think the problem's fixed better this direction. Oh, that came off. Yeah, everything's a little tight. But, you know, that has to be up in there tight, and then get it tight here, and it'll be good, you know. And then if you get some Captain tubing, you know, he just sent me a little chunk, and heck, it's enough for 3 of my printers. Yeah, 65 degrees C. It can start getting soft. But you get somebody to send you a little piece of Captain tubing, and you know, you don't need a bunch of it. You just need the little piece to go in here. You know, and I got enough for 2 more yet. At least I should. Well, maybe. But just as long as you measure, and this is 36.5 millimeters from this end to the center here, you'll be in good shape. Well, you should be. Now, if you change that to the black ends, hey, John, hey, Mad Mike. The hot end on the FK1, I don't know. I don't know what hot end's on there, but you could attack it about the same way as I'm attacking this, you know. Just attack it from the lower end, you know. Where am I here? Where am I? Get over here. I hate Karen. I'm trying to figure this stuff out. Down. Hey. But if you attack it from, you know, here to here, you should be okay, even on the FK1, you know. Whatever. Any of these that do this, you know, I think you'll be all right. But this is Nerys model, and I just printed the half of it. I didn't need the front half. That was great that he came out with this, you know, as I was trying to get this video out, you know. Talking about that long time. Here, just on my on Discord. A long time ago on the Discord. About what, the MK8 or this? Or that FK1, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's where it popped into my head from. I don't know. That I couldn't tell you, I guess. Could be, but whatever. That's just what everybody's thinking then, I guess. But it's a good idea. I mean, what they had, I just don't think attacking it from the top is the right way to attack it, you know. I think attacking it from the bottom is the right way to attack it, you know. Attack it from down here, right in this area is the best way to do it. I printed for 2 weeks nonstop on my one-ender, pretty much, and you know, I just wanted to make sure that it didn't booger out or anything, so what model? This Hotend model? The big Hotend model? What are you talking about? Or are you talking about the whole end idea? I don't even know, Mike. Yes, it's the Hotend. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Well, I don't know whose it is, but I got it from off of his thingiverse site, so I don't know. And this I got, part of this is off of the one website, this Hotend here, or not the Hotend, but this part here, and then I just remember if I made it bigger, if I made it smaller, I don't know, I did something to it. I forgot what I did. Forgot how long that one was, but it wasn't long enough or it was too long, but whatever, doesn't matter. I'm not going to sit and argue about that. They're all good ideas. Everybody has them, you know, and that's more than likely, you know, we're talking to everybody every day on the live stream, you know, you never know what you're talking about half the time. So I just think that this is the right way to go about it, and I haven't had no problems. I took it apart just for this. Otherwise, I would have kept this in there. I want to put the captain tube in there, you know. Now I got the captain tube got it apart. I'm putting it in there so I can print hotter stuff with it. So, anyways, guys, you know, it's no major. It's just, it is just, hang on, let me see if I can get myself back here. If I can find my freaking mouse. And then go to here. There I am, and then, no, we don't want that, hang on. This, there we go. All right, there we go. But, I don't know, guys, I just thank you for showing up, and I just been meaning to get this out for weeks. And I didn't want to do a video. I didn't want to edit it, you know how I am. Hey, yes, that is correct. And it says it down in the description. Yep. You're all correct, Llama. Tommy. But I think I'm going to end this. We don't need to keep on going on about it. I was just wanted to do a short one here. So thank you guys for showing up, and I'll throw a link out in Discord for the Hangout because I got a Hangout started. But so, all right, thank you guys. Have a good night.